tags, but you can create your own, because obviously you would need, depending on your context, your industry, your job profile, you may create your own, as many as you want. So let's say I do this and I keep taking notes like this across the board. After a month I'm going to a bookstore, I need to know which book should I buy. So next to tags you have something called find tags. So it is going to go through all your notebooks and classify all these tags. You see, across all my notes, which books to read. Easy? All ideas, all FAQ, whatever I have written down is all here. All questions. So whether you're a student or a CEO, this will help you a lot. The context may differ, but the concept is nice. Now if you use Word for this, what would you have to do? You would have to decide that bold means book, italic means question, red color means idea. How many such formattings are you going to remember and comply with? It's additional work when you are in the hurry to take notes when someone is speaking. So that's tagging. Now we did a calculation earlier. Let's do something here. Based on whatever little you have seen till now, do you think you will save some time when you go back?
Yeah.
So tell me a number, say 10 minutes. Is it fair? So let's take 7 minutes, and let's take there are 138 working days in the year, and let's calculate for 3 years. How much does it come to? This is not Excel. This is OneNote. So you type a formula equal to, it gives you, it's a built-in calculator. Now very often we are traveling, we go for seminars, conferences, you like a brochure, you like some clipping from the newspaper, magazine, but you don't have any other thing, you just have a phone. All phones have cameras now. So you can just take a photograph of this. Let's say I took a photograph like this of an image, and I'm just posting it here. You can import directly from a camera into OneNote also. This is a book from a page from a book. It's not very well exposed photograph. You see the curvature of the book also on top. But this guy is very smart. This has built-in OCR. You can say make the text searchable. So without doing anything, now I can say find, and now I'm going to ask it to find something. Let me type NE. So it started to find all words which start with NE. I say REIN, it is finding out all the words starting with reinforcement. So this is built-in text search for images. Now if you think this is not good, right click and say copy text from the picture. So whatever it has recognized, that text can be pasted. So if you have some really read-only documents and you're wondering how to get that text, there is a feature. You go to any place, open the document, whether it's PDF, Word, protected documents, graphics, file, print. OneNote puts a special printer called OneNote printer. So there is an option called send to OneNote. When you load OneNote, it will be there in your file print. Various printers, physical, this is a dummy printer. So that will be printed. The application thinks it is being printed to a printer. Actually it's becoming an image in OneNote. And there you can do right click, copy text. So it saves you a lot of trouble of retyping the whole thing. Of course, you have to look at the legal aspect, but assuming that is taken care of, this is very easily possible. Another way of doing that is, let's say this was an artwork which someone sent me and I'm supposed to do annotation on top of this. So what do? I just click on this. There is a drawing toolbar. So I can have lots of drawing options here. I can use highlighter, all sorts of things. If I want to put some comments on this, I can just click and put comments and then send it back. Now the other party may not have OneNote, I can convert to PDF and send, or Word to send, so you don't lose anything. So now remember, we have done lots of things in OneNote and the recording is still going on. Agreed? So what do we do with the recording? I have recorded 7 minutes. In real life you will have 2 hours of recording, 1 hour of recording, depending on how long the session or a meeting or whatever lasted. What will you do with that recording? later on you will realize that you have written few sentences and a 2 hour long recording. How will you put two and two together? When there is a dispute, maybe 1 year later, you want to know when I wrote this, what was being spoken. Now it's there somewhere in that long audio file, but how will you reach there? So that's the brilliance of OneNote. What you can do is, of course, this is the normal playback, and when you start playing it, it will start playing from zero. So whatever is going on is being recorded. No questions asked. Of course, nowadays laptops have. What is called as an so what's happening here is it's starting from beginning, but I don't want that. Normal discussion would be heard. I want to know when I wrote this, what was being spoken. What would I do then? You see what happens? Let me go to that place. When I move my cursor here, you see what happened? You get a play button here. So when I play here, it moved to 4 minutes because that's when I wrote. So let's take 7 minutes, and let's take there are 138 working days in the year, and let's calculate for 3. So this automatically syncs the point in time versus when you do anything. So even if I do it for this stroke, I wrote this stroke, that also has a play button. So everything you do in OneNote gets linked to your audio or video. If you have a webcam, you could have recorded a video and it would still link it in timestamp. So if you have not explored OneNote, start exploring it. It's a brilliant thing. When to use it? Very simple. Word, Excel, PowerPoint is for formal documents. Anything else you want to store, put it in OneNote, because it allows you to classify in a natural way. It doesn't have a save button. You don't have to ever save anything in OneNote. Whatever I wrote is already saved. How it is saved, where it is saved, I don't have to remember. I have to create notebooks the way I would normally classify my work according to either project or personal or official or year wise, whatever you like. Create sections logically and just add pages. How it gets stored, you don't have to worry. And from a teamwork point of view, it's even more important. If you have SharePoint, imagine what happens today. You have a team working on a single project, but the team is scattered, maybe multinational, maybe across cities. They do work every day on the same project. I am having some document, someone else has another minutes of meeting, someone else has third minutes of meeting. How do we make each other know it? Everyone is sending 4 CCs every day about everything they do. At the end of the project, nobody knows what is where. So here I created a OneNote notebook on my laptop. You can create it on SharePoint and then synchronize it with everyone. So I put my notes in OneNote, that person puts their notes in OneNote. They don't have to send anything to each other. Every time you come back to office, it gets synchronized. So whatever new things I have done go up, whatever others have done comes down. I don't have to think. So actually, literally, everyone can be on the same page. And if you have a shared notebook on SharePoint and you're sitting like this in a conference room, all of us having laptop, you can go to the same page and edit simultaneously. And one is projected, so minutes of meeting get auto-integrated without having to copy-paste 5 people's meeting. This is all out of the box. Yeah.
Is it a smart audio to text conversion?
Audio to text also, yes. This audio can be converted to text if you have trained the voice engine of Windows. Yes, absolutely. Then it will give you text search in the audio. Okay.
Time, but if there are any questions, we have the room until 3. So any questions?
Yeah. So let me summarize few slides and then we can leave. Bottom line is we can go on and on like this, but what I really want to show you is that there is so much potential. How do you accrue it is the next question. Assuming you have liked what you saw and you agree that there is value, the next question you would ask me is, how do I unearth it, not just for myself but for my entire organization? That would be the next obvious question. So that doesn't happen in traditional ways really, because we don't have the luxury of getting people in batches of 10 or 20 for 3 days of hands-on program and stuff like that. Even if we do that, if it's a mixed audience, which features that particular audience requires is never asked. It's just standard content delivered one after another. So it has zero impact in the long run. So the correct way is to, this is what we do in fact. First, top management has to be sensitized about the power of Office as a strategic tool rather than just as a tactical copy-paste engine. To convert everyone to follow this, we have to create policies. And that's what I meant. Today there are no policies for efficiency. So now when you copy paste something from Excel to PowerPoint, do it as image by clicking on that. Maybe a small policy, but it helps. Similarly, You can go in depth into what people do on shop floor or in business process reengineering. How do we optimize people's efficiency? We look at the step-by-step process, identify areas of improvement, and then say, don't do it like this, do it like that. That approach has never been applied to office. So if you do that, it can generate phenomenal results. Now these are the kind of results you get if it is correctly done. 16 hours of work happens in 5 minutes. 24 hours of work happens in 15 minutes. No macros, no business process reengineering, no programming. Just by using Office correctly in a given business situation. Generic training will never give you these results because generic training teaches you features. How to apply it correctly, nobody teaches you. That's where the difference lies. And it works across industries. These are some numbers from various industries. So bottom line is, Office is something which can give you instant and unimaginable results if you use it well. That's the bottom line. And I have already shown you how easy it is to start using it. Yes, to make it at enterprise level will take some effort, but the returns are in geometric proportion. And unlike programming or BPR or any other improvement exercise we do, here the results are instant. Of course, there is some change management involved because this is new, people will resist. But here the change management process becomes very simple because people realize that they are the first beneficiaries. Who is benefiting first? I am benefiting, then the company. So it's okay. People grasp it and they love it. So that's it. If you have any questions, you are most welcome to ask. Otherwise, we'll end now. If you have any questions later, feel free to send me a mail.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.